Hey Fairbuy. It's an old resolution, it is. I was trying to get it to work better, but I cannot pick this because then I couldn't see my chat. And there is no way I'm tweaking the aspect ratio, I don't think. I could try it, but usually the game just resets once I do that. Let's give it a shot. It still will cut off my chat a bit. I'm gonna have to bring it like this. It still is too big. That sucks. Looks off-center on the stream. Yeah, because I'm tweaking it in the window. Now we need to go to the window capture and transform it to fit the screen. This is the best I can really do. It's not good. It's just not great. At least you can have the chat there, I guess. You have the chat on the same screen? Yeah. I do have a second monitor, but I'd have to fiddle around with that. And it's not mine per se, so I don't really want to use it all the time. I see a cat's tail, yes, you do. She's looking outside the window right now. Come say hi. Say hi. So cute. Let's take a look at the timer. It's a minute. Right, I think we'll need to run the cinematic you posted. How to solve it when you play Caesar? Looks like full screen there. Because there it's actually tailored and it works better, I don't know. It's just the aspect ratio, I guess. It's different in some games. This one is it has different the resolution is just one thing. The 1920 by 1200 is what I use for most games, but it's the aspect ratio that's screwing up the screen. This is a 16 by 10, so usually I have it as something else, but here you cannot have anything else. It's only this. I don't know why it's even listed. If you cannot really have this different aspect ratio. Okay. We'll have to run this. I guess the video I posted on the starter should be the cinematic. So I'm gonna have to show you. It's gonna look weird for a moment. It's a game from 2005. It recently got an update. Makes sense. Internet's first digital theme park. Okay, so this is what this is, I guess. Darwinia. Native Darwinians. So there's some glitches in the AI, I guess. They made a thing with the intro videos so that each time you start the game you get a different intro video. Some look like old Spectrum start screens, some look like old cracked game intros that people put on games they managed to crack. So it's an Easter egg of sorts to an era that was forgotten now. Yeah. Okay. So we are inside the Darwinia, I guess. Yeah, like her. This is not a platformer. Switch scene. Oh yeah. Sorry for that. So I guess the only thing we can click on is this. So let's click on this. It's inverted scroll. It's gonna bug me. Take some time to get your bearings. Then help me wipe out this red virus. So it's this. Containment. It wants me to press something, I just don't see it because oh yeah, it's H. Check options. No. And there is a winter theme now that you can also turn off. It's kind of the original experience. But that would be in the menu, I guess, right? Or graphical settings of other options. Christmas disabled.
I've heard there are jobs here. I want to be a lion tamer.
Thanks for the follow. Large menus automatic, that's fine. Okay, this side should look like then that's a different look. Unless you might figure out what happened to this Gothic one save, but with face scan. Well, what would happen to it? It just got borked. It got corrupted and it could no longer work because the game is full of bugs, some of them game-breaking bugs, and that's what happened to us. Great things in Darwinia, I need to bring the task manager, hold tab. Oh right. Okay. So it should be like, okay. So if you do squad. Click inside one of the starting areas, now highlighted to create your squad within the world. Where is the starting area? It's here, I guess. These are some units. Okay. Green things are bad people? No. Red things are bad things. Engineer. What can the engineer do? Engineers automatically do anything nearby that needs doing. It's just collecting dead spirits or reprogramming buildings. Okay. So right click is attack, right, I see. So you can micro this way. How do you refill a squad? I guess you go back their beacon. Green things are Darwinians, good people, right? So the red snaky things are the bad people, right? Makes sense. Do you have to micro, or will your units attack automatically? It felt like they did not. Maybe that's just not when I have them selected. Also, can we heal them up? Probably not. It feels like I might have to micro everything. It's not great. If you aren't controlling them, right? Yeah, makes sense. Okay, just move closer, I guess. Also the numbers. Alright. That's handy. Should have actually made them a little bit better and the engineer is in the middle of the control group, so it's not great. So what do you do with the red things that the engineer collects? And I guess you cannot heal your units. Something I asked before. So he collected 10 things. On this level, okay, right. Can only run up to 3 tasks at once. You can shut down the current task by pressing C, like a delete icon on the task manager. So that means deleting units, I guess. But I probably don't want to do that. No healing, they are basically programs. There are no resources, so you can just end that task and start new defender task. You can just cancel them out, I guess. There's gonna be a base, I guess, so after we get that, I'll probably refill them. To select the current object, press space.
From the comfort of my
Hey,
villa,
Marisburna,
I
welcome.
perceive life here to be very good.
Thanks for the resub. Oh, have you read the message on Twitch? I think you were asking about Veron provides wheat function and Caesar. It's not Augustus thing. It's been in the game since day one. And it's something it's never used in custom maps unless there is something very specific. But you might have played a map where it's there. So that's why. But it's not Augusta. Acquired grenade. So that's a micro thing, I guess. There's no pathfinding error. Basically, their AI engineers can fly over water, but normally soldiers die in water. Okay. And we can scrap units by pressing C, I guess, as you said. Is he gonna activate this? Control tower, send one of the engineers to reprogram it. You'll be able to make use of this building. Okay. And that is this thing. I don't know what this is. It's a satellite dish, but what does it do? Who knows? Let's move over with the engineer. We'll terminate this squad as well. So you're basically fixing glitches in the theme park, I guess. Theme park that is Darwinia, so like a virtual program. After the tutorial. Okay, right. Hey there, welcome. Satellites are basically teleporters. You can aim the dishes somehow once captured. And if you aim at another, they will create a bridge. Okay. So these two could align, I guess. I'm asking things that the game explains right after you answer. So what is it for? I guess it wanted me to bring my squads over instead of discarding them. There's no real reason for it, I guess. Later on they will be more useful. Okay. Is this the game for coding people? Is this what people who code enjoy? Looks like it. That's why Fairbuy knows it. Of course. It all makes sense. Click the other button to lob grenades. What is the other button? I can move and shoot. I don't really have another button. I might notice these varii leaving little red things behind. You killed them. Those are digital DNA, digital souls. If you'll excuse the term, every living creature in Darwinia has its own digital soul. Originally, they were intended for the Darwinians, but the viruses have swallowed most of them up by now. Before we can sort this out, we need to get out of this location. What I need to do is open up the trunk port for me. Send a control tower nearby so we can send one of your engineers to reprogram it. He'll be able to use it. Is it this? Probably. When shooting, you're gonna click the other buttons to lob grenades. Right. Just some casual war crimes. It's alright. I think our guys are having some trouble with the water. War crimes and suicide, yeah. Timer is still there? Okay, let me just shut it off. I forgot. So you are looking at the video for the cinematic. The engineer is dead, most likely. No, he's fine. So we did that. Good work, it looks like you've completed the primary objectives. Press escape to leave this location when you are ready. Yes. Containment. I'm sorry if I was rude to you on that island. I've had my hands full for the past few hours. My name is Dr. Sepulveda and I'm the creator of the Darwin Digital Life Project. I would normally welcome you to Darwinia and show you the ground, but I'm afraid things have gone a bit wrong today, and I'll have to give the guide to a miss. I need you to help me open up more infected locations. The containment location is sort of a hub world. Please go to that location, I'll explain more when you are connected. When the viral outbreak occurred, I had little trouble getting it under control. I had no choice but to shut down the transport gate, system that connects each location in Darwinia. This is the only place where I was able to hold my ground against the virus, to double shield it. This location acts as a fantastic barrier. I've highlighted the 3 disabled trunk ports on this island. You'll need to open them all. Once opened, the trunk ports will give access to a number of important locations for later. So we have some new creatures or viruses. Very proud of them indeed. These are the Darwinians, so I guess we have to protect them. Or if the virus had its way, they'll all be dead already, but I've managed to save a few of them. There have been about 10,000 generations of Darwinians, and the loss in AI research alone would be unthinkable. They are green. Maybe you see the shadows. Because the ground is green as well, the resolution for the stream is usually very bad. And there's nothing I can do about that. I've upgraded the squad program that you are using. You can now have 4 members in a squad. Okay. I'm going to keep working on the programs you are using for a while, the squads, engineers, etc. And the point being, we should protect them, right? Some are still in very early stages of beta testing, and I think I can improve all of them quite a bit with some work. So that's how you get upgrades between missions, I guess. Just improves something. See, I'm getting a long hold tab and then scroll up by pushing the mouse to the top of the screen or pressing W. From there you can set priorities for me and I'll try to work on improving what we think is most important. Okay. You'll need to help me rebuild their numbers. I'll help you out as you go. For now, start clearing the viral infection outside the shielded area. So if we scroll up, we can improve something. So what does Darwinia do? I'll try to improve basic Darwin contemplate. Hopefully I should be able to give them decent weapons to defend themselves. Squad. Laser grenade task manager. Increase number of squads, yeah. Research engineer program increases spirit carrying capacity. I think we should go for the task manager. So we need to go out this way, I guess. Yes. So soldiers can spawn by buildings and engineer can spawn by soldiers as well, okay. If you shift the camera will move faster, okay. Bunch of our guys died. I guess it was the water or something. I don't know what killed us. Walked into the shield. Alright, so that's also gonna kill you. It means you're gonna have to micro a bunch. Engineer? Right, to deploy, alright. Try grenades against the virus. It's like catapults against the iron too. You need to be kind of close though, right? Yeah. I think I lost that squad due to friendly fire. It's alright. I don't like to micro though, so I'd rather just let them do that thing. And this mission will get a use for the red souls. Okay, good. See list of objectives, hold tab, then scroll down by moving mouse to the bottom. Rescue 150 Darwinians, enable transports, collect research item. Okay. Okay. And my squads are dead. Kill them with my own grenades, I think. It's gonna be a pain to pathfind back. Little bit of mean game? No, it's a micro game. I can see that clearly. There is an upgrade system which is good, but I don't like micro games. Oh yeah, I just have several squads and then micro them to high heaven. It's like Starship Troopers. Same sort of principle applies, not a fan. But it's okay, it's a dictator and it's not very mean. Therefore, I don't really care. I don't want to complain much. But as an RTS goes, I like base building, I like economy, I'm a macro player, so this game is the exact opposite of what I like. But that's fine. Try to capture buildings somewhere so you can spawn units closer. Yeah, that's probably would be useful, but need to deal with this thing first. That's pretty mean. I killed my own engineer. At least he can spawn by the soldiers as well. It would be an experience to try out. Yes, it's a micro game. So. RTSs with no base building, speak of, are not true RTSs. It's a tactics game, not a strategy game. But lots of people get that wrong. I think the snake is probably gonna be a problem again. I really don't want to have them come back again though. Just wants to do his job. Yeah, he wants to go and collect this stuff, but unfortunately he's gonna die if he tries to do that again. The snake is a problem. He's gonna come back, I'm sure of it. The squad also lost a guy. Don't go into grenades. Another snag. Okay, got him. I guess the closest point is this, because this is worse, I think. You can fly over water though. Should give any bases undefended. This one might be. It's closer than that. Might be a bit of a less of a pain. But can he walk over the cliffs? Because there is this fence. Okay, that's done. The radar dish could activate that later on, I guess. For now it doesn't really matter. Need to eradicate those. Let's get new squads. I'm gonna have to destroy the snake. There's another one, I think. No, that's an engineer. The incubator is running. This is excellent. The engineer will pick up all the souls of the dead creatures nearby and drop them into the building. What does it do? Incubate. Those souls will be converted back into Darwinians one at a time. This is how you'll rebuild the Darwinian population. Right. So that's how that works. Fortunately, I designed the system so that Darwinians have their own free will, which means that you can directly be controlled. This can influence them indirectly, like around clearing the infection, harvesting the spirits. Yeah, right. So they will wander into enemies if they got the chance. So you're gonna have to make sure this is clear, I guess. Let the engineer do his thing. There's a research for them, yeah, I saw that they could have a weapon to defend themselves with. Crust as hell. So this guy collected all the stuff. Can send him to capture this now. And can we check the objectives? How many Darwinians? 0? Yeah, I've done it, but it does not count. Promote some of them to officers and use them to escort safely back to the inside of the shielded area. Okay, so we need to promote some of them to officers, which I don't know how to do. I guess you'll find out. Is this captured? Not sure. Yeah, unlock officers soon, okay. We need to create a bridge over to this place, but first you'll have to capture it with an engineer, I guess. Let's try to bring the squads back. Could actually do with another engineer, I think, for now. This is ours now. Could also use this dish. I'm not sure which area is safer, but it might be this one actually. Not sure what the octopus is. Let's go where our soldiers at. Research for officers there. Is there? Yeah. On the island there's bullet research, yeah. Okay, so those, we need to get that to have the officers, I guess. First, we'll probably have to leave these engineers to do that thing. Actually, one of them is no longer necessary. But you'll have to make a new one to go over and capture that base. So you can move over water. Then this guy collected the souls. Is it captured? Not yet. Don't have to deal with one of these snakes. Getting the hang of it? Yeah. That much is clear. Is this a game for coders though? I think it is. This is what coders would enjoy. I think. Okay, right. This person needs to go here. I don't think so, it's just a nerd team. Okay. Can you just fight? Sometimes they do have trouble at out of firing. They let that snake get too close. And the engineer is dead. Let's make a new one. They aren't as smart as they basically have reaction time and shots. I guess engineer needs to capture that, submit this, but he's busy, so let's remove that squad. Need line of sight. Yeah, some of the terrain does deflect the shots, I noticed that. So maybe this was a problem. It's slow. They're so cool, Tron-like. As a child, I adored these 3 designs. Yeah, they look like neurons to me. The brain matter. The basic cells in the brain. So that looks like. And the trees emit a sound. Create an officer, bring up the task manager and click on the officer icon. Right, so I'm gonna have to have a squad slot, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Open spot. Go figure. Capture this first. Get rid of the squad. Since there is no veterans or anything like that, there's no reason to keep them around really. You can move officer by left clicking, right clicking on landscape to set, go to orders for ordnance to follow. You can click on the landscape to set, go to orders for the other Darwinians to follow, right click near the officer to cancel his orders. I won't have to go there, but they're gonna run into the wall and die, right? Ever played Lemmings? No. Micro. Great. Do we need to also like get their attention? Because currently it's only him. The officer gives an order for when they can walk, so create chain for them. Okay, right. So you can be stationary and you create a chain of commands and you want to gather them by the tree. Okay. You right click to make an order? Oh no. Oh no. I need him to come back. But I will need him here. Okay. Well, but they cannot figure it out from here. You can create a new one. I guess I can. Okay. I'll have to come here then. Is that how this works? And he left them there. I don't want to do this. Why do I have to do this? Did you find this part fun? I struggle to see how. Why do I have to deal with this? Just fuck off. You can have him stationary, create one by the incubator and tell them to head to this officer. This officer tells them to head to a new position. So you need to have like multiples, I guess. Is that how that works? We create a chain of them. Okay. Oh, that's not very good. We're gonna have to stand here. So this guy needs to stand over here. Clear line. Is this gonna work? Lemmings is basically like this, but 2D. Okay. Never played it. Well, I did hear it mentioned by someone somewhere. I don't know in what context. I think it was about something going off a cliff or something like that. Yeah, I guess that works. Derek was stupid here. Marvelous. Let's come back over here. Freaking natives. And they also don't really want to like come to him. So it might be a problem. Does this work? It's not enough. Other than 50 lemmings. You can move them a little to mop up the stragglers. I guess if it doesn't break the command. Officers can also tell them to walk into satellite dishes. Oh, so we need to chain them throughout the whole map. It's not what I wanted to hear. Where is this? Right, let's go here. You have to kill the octopus. Throw the grenade. There's the octopus. Right. How many Darwinians have we sent? 48. No. Oh. We lost an engineer. Not an officer, engineer. No, I don't want an officer. No. No. Fuck off. Send them there. You'll have to mop them up. This is the problem with games that are RTSs without base building. The game will just try to, oh yeah, we need to do something to give you something to do. So why don't you just micro this stupid fucking shit forever? Well, why? Just why? I don't like micro games. This is why I don't like Starship Troopers. They're on command. It's the same sort of principle. There are hundreds of thousands of bugs. You get 5 soldiers on a micro map that is a no-build mission. If somebody dies, you lose. Sorry, it's a war against bug monsters. People die. I know it's shocking, but people die. There is nothing I can do about that. Some sort of deal here. I don't want to set this up. Why? Why cannot they just do it on their own? I really don't want to do it. Especially the mopping when I have to move them. It's just... At least you can't lose. Well, that's not a big deal. I don't mind losing. And starting over, that's most games we play have. I never complain much about that if it happens for a fair reason that I fuck up. But this is just, you need to figure it out, but it's also not very fun. Organizing the lemmings is not something I enjoy. I wouldn't recommend it. I need an engineer again. No. Yeah. Redeem lemmings next time. I would have to take a look at what that game is. You need to abide by the rules. I'm sure it's against the rules. For redemptions. This isn't. It's just not very good. So again, people just love to make me play games. Oh yeah, I like this game when I was a kid. It doesn't hold up too well. It also is the it just is the exact reason why RTS games are in decline now. It's not an RTS, man. There is no base building. It's a tactical game. Not a very good one at time. Just please move. This is just the second map. Well, we have 4 hours. It's already an hour, which is a blessing for me because I cannot play this. Capturing the portals, you can get to different maps at least. But it's not gonna get better elsewhere. So there's very little reason for me to hurry. There is a side objective of... Or is it the main one? Primary, it's primary, so we need to do it. Which that is gonna happen eventually, I guess. Just need our engineer to actually collect the collect the things, then it'll be alright. Oh, it's another... No. I would have to create a line of bad people to lead them all across here. Are you? No! This cannot be serious. No. Please, no. And the engineer is dead again. What a surprise. More on from this map. You can get back to this in the future if you want 100% it. Right. Yeah, the answer to that is probably not. I don't feel like 100%ing that. Imagine pathing them from here. It would take you an hour. And then it wouldn't work probably. Because you need straight lines. Otherwise they just couldn't be bothered to really do what's necessary. And the engineer died again. Is there a reason why the engineers are dying? Probably. Do I know it? No. And no. I don't know what to say. What is down the engineer? Here. No, just collect the... Need like 3 or 4 of them to get where you already have a chain. You think so? I think they need straight lines. That's the problem. There is no possible... We'd have to get him somewhere right here and try to get a line over here. But it's so bad as a mechanic. I don't want to do it. But the game insists. Okay. Send the engineer to capture that. Each portal unlocks a new area on the main map. So already way too many areas than I would like. No. Why would I do that? Just no. The game is pretty short. It doesn't feel like that to me. The already is way longer than I would like. I was done with it in 7 hours. Yeah, I guess you could beat it fairly quick. I have no idea. It's the grenades. I'm not sure if it's done yet. Hopefully not. It's gonna happen in a second. It's a freaking snake. The bane of my existence. Hey, friendly computer, how do I feel about this game? I don't like it. It's like Starship Troopers. Some sort of problems. If you've heard my rant about that. Tell us what you really think. I've talked about it at length. I don't feel like shitting on it anymore than I already did. Because Fairbuy likes this game and that's fine. But I don't, because many of the things featured are just not fun. I'm not a micro player, and game without base building that is an RTS is a lie. It's a tactical game, not an RTS. There is no strategy aspect to it, just tactics. That's very different. Straight about games, no sugarcoating. Yeah, that's what people come here for, I think, when I take a look at new games. Oh, you're gonna have to go around this. And the snake is somewhere over there. He hates my childhood game, yes. Because it's shit. Sorry to say that, but it's shit. I also played a bunch of games as a kid that I wouldn't really consider good nowadays at all. But the main problem with this, it's not an RTS, it's a tactics game. So it's like Company of Heroes 2 or 3 or Dawn of War 2 or 3 sort of issue. It's just not a strategy game. Even with the Company of Heroes, at least you have the capture points, so there is some strategy to it, but still no fortifications, no nothing. You just blitz through the map with limited units. Same sort of deal here, but instead of Schnazis you fight squiggles. Which speaks to your coding spirit, I know it. I know deep down inside it speaks to your nerd self. But I don't have my nerd self, I don't think. So that aspect is not too alluring to me personally. I mean, graphics are not something that I worry about too much. I liked Teleglitch, for example, by Morris. But with this, I have a problem with the tactical aspect. It's like Starship Troopers. No units really cost nothing, so you can replace them forever. That's okay. But it also means that you don't really care. And I'm not even gonna touch on that whole aspect of the officers leading the bad people somewhere to jump off a cliff. I don't want to get into that, because that's fundamentally unfun. And I can see I think you can see why. He hates all my games. That's not true. But a lot of them I do, yes. Let's try that. Super nerd, whether you like it or not. Maybe. It's a different kind of nerd though. This is for actually smart people. Which is different kind of nerd. People like Lemmings love the aspect of the game. Variants are just stupid. Yeah, I guess. If it relates to something I never played and some people enjoyed it, it was good for them. For me, it's just pure pain. So, pathfinding issues. How are we gonna do this? I need to get through these hills. It's probably not gonna be possible. Yeah, it seems difficult for them to handle it. You can go by water with an engineer, yes, and then he's gonna die because there are bad things. I don't suppose you could use the coast. By the water, yeah. Sacrificing your engineers. In this game you sacrifice anything ever and it doesn't matter. Engineers or whatever else. Same as Starship Troopers. Just the dropships are the limit. In here it's just your micro is the limit. Yeah. We could. Games, no. Squad. Just move. I didn't realize you got a job as British general in World War One. It's a stereotype. All the nations had similar tactics in World War One. There are no really, like, there are exceptions, of course, but from a strategic aspect, you can, for example, take a look at how Italians handled their fronts in World War One. They didn't do a very good job. Isonzo, for example. German offensives, same sort of deal. Just mass human wave assaults on enemy prepared positions after artillery barrages, but these were largely ineffective due to invention of steel helmets and dug-in troops. So I don't really think we could say that one nation in general could do better or worse. It's just some generals were really douchebags on top of having to do things like that, so they came off the wrong way. But in general, at that age, you didn't have much else to do, and you were ordered to do it by the high command, so I don't really think you could blame individuals too much. Apart from some of the really bad bastards, of course. There were quite a few. Gonna be nice. The team says you only have to play for 2 hours. It does not. I think it's 4 hours. I'll have to check it, but I'm pretty sure we have it as 4-hour Dictator. 2 hours. Oh yeah, I was too nice to some people. 4 hours is it? That's strange though. Yeah. But I kinda misremembered my own rules, and I think we had a Dictator for 4 hours at some point. I don't remember what it was. It was probably Nancy Drew of all things. And the Pizza Tycoon and the other stuff. By Baron. So it's up to you. Since I didn't know about that, we can continue for 4 hours. Because it is your points and I do value them. The fact that I don't like the game doesn't mean I don't value the points or you. I know it's shocking, we don't have to like the same things. I'm sure we'll understand it. Updated it sometime. Did someone redeem an awful game? Yes. Baron did. Of all people, Baron. For whom I've redeemed only nice things. He made me play Pizza Tycoon. And then Nancy Drew. just a pure punishment game. There is no way around that. Pizza Tycoon as well. It's a horrific thing that you will have insane trouble even running on stream, and when you do, you will regret you ever did. Because the game is shit. For the modern player, it's a pure torture device. There's nothing good I can say about it. I want you to get in a little into the next map. At least there are some other annoying things coming up, so 2 hours is fine. Okay, you'll see. I feel like torture means something different in Czech Republic. No. It means exactly the same thing. But it is psychological torture, playing Pizza Tycoon as a modern player. Just try it out. You will understand why. Unless you are a person who specifically has very fond memories of playing it on your freaking calculator back in the day when it came out, you are not gonna have a good time. That game is just so unfriendly. It feels like I cannot even begin to describe how bad it is. Compared to that, this one is heavenly. Darwinia is this. I'm talking about Pizza Tycoon, or Pizza Connection as it's called in Europe. I don't know why there is that change, but yeah, Pizza Connection or Pizza Tycoon. Of course, Nancy Drew is something many people in the community despise, and for a good reason, because it's absolute shit. And the story is just as bland as it could be. The characters are as uninteresting as they could be, and the concept of puzzles and things, it just isn't my sort of thing. So every aspect of that game goes against everything that I like. Therefore, I didn't enjoy it much, as you can imagine. Yes, I don't like puzzles. Same as I don't like no-build missions in RTS games. And in this game, every mission is a no-build mission. It seems neat. No, it is not neat. Huge slime on calculators, yeah. But it seems interesting how to play this now. You can. It's very unique even today. I was just pretty sure Mark wouldn't like it, but since this had basically everything he disliked about RTS games, I thought I'd take that as a redeem it. It's weird that you hate puzzles. Isn't every game a puzzle? To an extent, but not really. I struggle to keep my motivation up when solving puzzles just to progress in a game. Why do I have to deal with this? I don't want to do this. It's just always like that. Maybe 2 negatives would have become positive. No, that's not how life works. Let's capture this thing. Oh, I need an engineer, right. I'm not gonna redeem braid for you then. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. If it's anything like this, which it probably is, yes, no. I don't need that in my life. Puzzles are not my thing. Same as platformers. I'm very picky about games in general. But if you make me play something, I will do it for the redemption, but I'm gonna be honest about it. So even though I like you and we are friends, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So I'm sorry if it feels a little bit off, if it rubs you the wrong way, but I just have to be honest if I don't like something. And I'm pretty sure you knew I wouldn't like this. You do know me quite a bit, so it shouldn't come off as any surprise. Did we complete the objectives? Apart from these, we did. But there is no way for me to do this. It hurts a little. Mark's favorite games. Caesar 3. I have many favorite games, not only Caesar. It's a misconception right there that blobber and fish is spreading, but it's very untrue. It just goes to show how little they know about me, even though they try to present themselves as if they do. You can press escape and leave the area. Alright, that's right. Okay. Can we click on things? It wants me to... No, it wants me to complete this. Okay. No. This is our destiny. Is there... I'm gonna have to scrap something. There are like 2 people. It's not gonna help me. Fishy complaining about you not liking games is a bit fault calling the kettle black. I heard that. I've heard that already. But I don't care. I don't like many games and I'm not afraid to say it because it's true. But what I have issues with is that I only play Caesar and I only like Caesar ever and I don't like any other games. It's not true. I do like many games from the many different genres as well. I like Return to Castle Wolfenstein, for example, as an FPS game. I like Crash Day as a freaking racing game, which nobody would ever even realize. I like Stronghold 1 and Stronghold Crusader as other strategy games. I like many other games. I could go on. We have bunches of games I like. But everyone always thinks the Caesar is the only one. God, send these scrubs. Where else do we have? I don't even think we have enough on the whole map. I would have to scour it for every single one. Let's do it like this then. Go to the map and see if there is one that unlocks all areas. I can go back to the map, but I don't know what you mean. Hey, Marismar. And you like the pretty horse game too? Oh yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah. It's the pretty horse game. What I'm saying is that it is unfair that Fishy says he dislikes too many games because he dislikes everything. Yeah, that's why I think you should just focus on his stuff. I also don't feel like bashing other people for what they like or dislike. That's fine. Everyone can have their preferences in games. But what I don't like if somebody comes in and just thinks that his view is the only righteous one about gaming of all things and just is hell-bent on making everyone know that you don't like something and therefore you are bad at life. No, I don't know what you meant by unlocking. I missed a word. Check if there is a profile that unlocks all areas. Okay. No. The only way to progress through this is somehow scouring the entire map for 150 of these green bastards. Current count 0. Yeah, and it's not gonna be very good. There are a bunch of them here, so I guess we can start doing this. We still have some time, so I'll have to do this. Right. You come here. So I'm just gonna like get them together, I guess. When the game has been finished, yeah, that makes sense. I think we spoke at length about things, so just get on with this. It's gonna be bad to get them through here though. There is no satellite dish. And there is this water. Yeah, okay. Let's send them on this way. Then I'll have to micro them. It doesn't help that I have a hangover, so probably part of the reason why I'm not having such a good time, but I think you knew that I wouldn't like this. I wouldn't like this game. I mean, it doesn't have anything that I like about RTSs at all, and it's not even an RTS. I do think that it's just a tactics game, basically. And with some heavily annoying aspects to it, like this micro of lemmings. This likely wouldn't enjoy it that much. Fairbuy Sherlock moment. Yeah, just send them on here. This guy's gonna come here. No, don't go into the water. No one should be around the tree too, so gather them up in there. Okay. It's highly unlikely this is gonna be enough, you know that, right? Just don't fuck around. No, okay. It is just... I don't know what to say anymore. I didn't collect him there. I don't know why does he want to suddenly just path around the pond and... Satisfied with this? Are you? It's good for you. Come on. Just go there. Just gonna send them on. They should be around the freaking tree, he says. How? They are everywhere. The basics of the game, so that's what I wanted to push through. I would if the game let me do it, but no. It's a main objective. They are absolutely everywhere. I have no idea how am I gonna rally them. It's not what I wanted to hear, but I know that's the only solution. Alright, I hope you are ready for this exciting gameplay. It should at least count them in this freaking enclosure. But it's like herding cats and they will immediately just go somewhere else. Literally to gather them, and it's alright. It's gonna be pretty much impossible for me to do it though. They are just everywhere on the map. And I'll have to get even the smallest amounts. And you can see that some of them are stuck. Like... yeah. It's not an escape. It's... yeah, I think they will die. It's Darwinians. That's why they named them like this, so they have an excuse. Yeah, they are stupid and removing their genes from the gene pool. But they are also removing my genes from the gene pool because I'm just so salty. 128, okay. Just had the pub for long yesterday. No, we are also here. The pub was actually called off, so we just stayed here. But I had several bottles of very good liquor, so we drank that. $133. Come on, you can do this. Go this way. Can have an officer by the tree telling them to stay by the tree. That will actually be helpful, I guess. I'm gonna have to make another officer though. Ah, yeah, you will go here. You will go here. The terrain is not doing him any favors. I have to collect every single one. Think you're stream something tomorrow? Yes, but I have some chores to do. I have some paperwork to return still. It's gonna happen tomorrow, and then I need to apply for my resignation bonus, and then I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. But once I'm home, I'm probably gonna stream something. I don't know what yet. It's still 138. I think I just need more. But where? Season 3 works great for me while I work. Yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna do it early. I'm gonna have to do the chores early, which means that's when you are gonna be at work. And I'm gonna come back at, I think 2 is the earliest. So I need to go multiple places. You can end it then. Seems like you didn't get enough. That's not how life works. The game should allow you to have enough. I think there must be more. There are like 2 over here. I think my engineers also died. Like 2 engineers died with some souls on them. I'm not sure if that kills the souls. Or how does that work? Because the engineers do have a mind of their own, so they will just go and collect the souls and die. It did. That's not very good. So it's basically incompletable. Do you think that's a good thing? I mean, even you must agree. This is not very reasonable. I swear, game, I was hurting the cats. It just... On later maps there is an infinite amount of souls. The one that's supposed to teach you the mechanics is this. Oh no, it's a bad game design to have it like this. Yeah. I'm glad you agree. But something good to say about the game. I think we should end on a good note. I think the graphics are kinda cute. You like it, yeah. The graphics are nice. As you said, the trees look cool. The terrain is like, it reminds me a little bit of Creeper World. And that's actually a game I would like, Creeper World. I'm not sure if you know about it. It has that similar sort of vibe, but it's an actual RTS. That one is not as bad, even though it has its own quirky things that are not that fun. As well, it's still much better. Anytime that you stream, it ends up on a good note. Not every time. But yeah, the graphics are good. I think the ideas behind it is something that, as an old game, it probably was pretty novel at the time, but for today we know that this sort of concept of RTS where you don't have a base building and just infinitely spawn squads is just not working out very well to keep the game interesting. At least for me personally, it's just not what I enjoy at all. But yeah, there's no like macro aspect of it. The leading of the lemmings would be slightly better if it was at least doable in this map, but as a concept I also don't like it because it's micro and it's just yeah, not very fun. I must say that. Also the terrain seems a little bit unforgiving for movement with the units. It seems like a lot of the time the viruses don't really care about the terrain, but you definitely do, especially for the line of sight. A bonus thing that I didn't want to mention earlier because you would rage, the bad non-existent pathfinding. It's because the coders didn't manage to make pathfinding work, so they just said fucking made the gameplay mechanic. Yeah, sounds about right. It's alright. It reminds me a bit of the Creeper World game, but with a bunch of mechanics that are not good. So, worse than Creeper World, but still okay. I would give it like 3 out of 10, I think, for a modern player that never played this before in their life. So I think that's fair. I don't want to be too unfair judging games, but there are definitely some issues here. Maybe when it came out it was more novel than it is today, because we actually have a bunch of games like this, but they do the job better. Thanks for taking a look at least. It's called classic in a way. Okay, I didn't even know this existed before you pointed it out, so that's good. But I'll tell you what, as I said, I do value your points. I do value your time that you spent on it and that you took the time to think of a game that you would like to show to me. I'm sorry it didn't really work out too well, but still, I'm glad I know about it because it broadens my horizons a bit. I know what's out there. Not all of it is good, of course, but it's alright. So tell you what, we still have some time. So if you come up with something else you could play, preferably something I already own, I would play it now. So if that is something you would like to see, be it something we play regularly or something new, just let me know. And preferably right now, so we don't have to split the streams. So I'm just gonna take a little break. Gotta be right back. Could come up with something maybe. Okay, I'm back. Telltale Walking Dead. We've played through that game in its entirety once, and that's as much time as I'm gonna sacrifice towards Telltale ever, unless it's redeemed by a patrician. And I'm still gonna be very salty about it because it's... I don't know why people suggest things they know I would hate to be played. It's not like I enjoy roasting things or complaining, but unfortunately there are many things in the gaming industry that just are things that I would never enjoy playing. I would compare Telltale to my hatred of fur games. That's how I feel about that. Just bring the cam back, I guess. So Age of Empires 2 would work. Oh yeah, we could make that work. I had to turn on the light, it's kinda late. Alright, so it's winter, so it's 16, but it's already quite dark. Play an Age of Empires you'd like? I do have all of them, but 2 is the best one by far. I was hoping that you like the story. No, I did not, and I think you knew that I would not. The characters are just as forgettable as they could get. Even the freaking TV series Walking Dead had better characters. The gameplay is just not even. I'm not gonna even talk about it. It doesn't even deserve words. Okay, let's shut off this this game, and we'll play some Age of Empires. I sent you the old maps before. Is that anything you want to play? What old maps? I have another game I want you to play, but I'll save up for another dictatorship for that one. Be unfair to make you play it now. If it's something I would have to get, then yes. CZ3, I can take a look at it, but I'm not sure if it's not gonna be, if it's something I didn't play yet. But where did you send them? Is it on Discord or? No, there is nothing on Discord. You would have to. I don't have it in my messages. Something's wrong there. Okay, also Fairbuy, it depends on what you want me to do with the Age of Empires, because we could do several things. There is the ranked player, we could play against the AI to show you some cheesy strategies, things like that. It's gonna be Age of Empires 2, I'm not a fan of the other games too much. Age of Empires 2 was the peak, and still is, retaining most of the player base. You have to get it, and it's older, so it's fast to install, but go with Age of Empires now. Maybe some big custom map. Big custom map. I would have to get something, but I have no idea. I don't think the custom map community is that big. Because Age of Empires 2 actually had several different versions and the editor is not compatible between them. So things that were made for different versions would not work on this one. Therefore people probably don't want to bother that much with that. Not sure what it's called. Skirmish, yeah. Skirmish, random map. You could do that. I'm gonna have to capture it though. Just give me a minute. Maybe it needs to be a game capture instead. No, OBS disapproves. But why? I'm gonna have to do an entirely new window capture because it does not want to display. Whisper. I'm gonna take a look at it. Just first I need to at least make you see the main menu. There you go. Where is it? It covers everything, so let's just bring it here. It's not perfect, but it's gonna work. Let's move this chat box. In Age of Empires it's fine to have it like that. So you can see the taskbar. Okay, so 2 maps. Random Wolf Valley, Alley, right. What's the goal? 8,000 pop. It's not the smallest map I've ever seen, but it's probably not gonna be that simple. Last map is 12,000. Yeah, this one seems okay. I'm not sure about the military on that map. I'm not too pumped about fighting the maximum sizes again anytime soon. Iberian Forest Maze. This one is insanely heavy into military as well. And the mapmaker himself goes like, oh yeah, I forget to test it on very hard, therefore the first attack is impossible to beat. Without multiple barracks. Do you think I will enjoy that, Marius Banana? Why do you get obsessed by maps like this? Why? It's okay, you can play them, but why do you have to suggest them to me all the time? I've played a bunch of them that you suggested, and most of them were just absolute excruciating pain. Okay, I'll just pretend I never saw that. No. We don't need that. I played against 8 AIs before, so let's just drop that to 100 with everyone. I'm not gonna do cheats this time. Just gonna do regular skirmish. We can do some quick games. I think I need to practice my strats against the AI a bit. It's gonna be... I'm gonna pick a Civ. So first thing we'll do is douche, I think. Or we could do endless militia. No, it's fine. It's just why do I get suggested these horrible maps all the time? Why? Why are people monsters? Tell me. Can I not play something normal? Like Blobber yesterday was playing a map I did beat twice in like 4 hours. He played it for 12 hours. He doesn't get suggested horrible maps. I do. But why? I don't like to suffer. And I always like, yes, play this, Rebels of Spain. Do you remember that? I remember that. No, it's not good. Why do you look it up? Why? Of course there are horrible maps out there, but why look them up? You did propose Berenice. Yeah, that's on the other scale of interest. It's just... I will probably play it at some point, but I don't think it holds up too well. There are a bunch of maps I can play. I don't really suffer for content in Caesar. It's just you don't play Caesar forever, like multiple times a day. You just serve it up several times a week is fine. It's already more than most people do. But I'm not suffering for content. It's just some of the maps are really bad. AoE2. Switch to stream information, so it's correct. -2. That's that. Oh, old maps suck. They're from 98. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't suggest them. There are many good maps that have been made recently, or fairly recently, in like past 3 years. You can just drown in maps like that and be okay. So, you know, looking up maps that are this old and people are suffering playing them in a Julius, what do you think is gonna happen in Augustus? What do you think will happen? I think we all know the answer to that question. What do we do? I think I feel like we should practice some Aztecs first. Let's pick Aztecs, leave the AI at random. I'm gonna pick a different color. I think green is alright for them. Let's do Arabia. Tiny population. I like to play against the AI on highest pop, since the AI is benefiting from that the most. Normal, conquest, lock speed, lock teams, handicap, no handicap, extreme AI. Okay, they are Vietnamese. Still probably go for archer range units. We'll go full feudal, I think. How many villagers? 6. Alright, you need a lumber camp. Unfortunately, all the wood lines are a little bit far. That's alright. More goats. It's all of our goats. Let's bring them back. We need to be sure that the AI doesn't steal any of our stuff. Let's make a lumber camp. course. I just mismanaged goat. That's why I need to practice a lot. These things are rust showing. Still have issues with this, but we do. Okay, let's send a scout this way. Actually, we could just use him like that. 3 on wood. I'm gonna do 4 on wood. Come on, drop off the food. Aztecs do carry more, which is kind of bad for you in a way, because sometimes they just don't drop the food as fast as other civs would, and that leads to them not having the food in the stockpile sometimes for villagers, so you might have to force drop it off, which is not great always. Oh, that's too many. On that, let's just send this guy to that rhino. Gonna have to do berries. You do a house. And that rhino. Send a scout. Don't have a goat nearby. It's not very good. Let's get some wood at least. In the meantime, so I'm gonna have to do loom. It's too early to do it effectively, but mismanaged it, so that's why we have to do it. Scout. And this is against the hardest AI, so it will most likely be able to bring the pain. It is quite competent at macroing especially, so if it reaches castle age, we are gonna be in trouble. Okay, he's pushing deer. Or zebra. There's no difference in the game between these two. Let's try to screw his lure up. Yes. I did mismanage that a bit. Another rhino. It's necessary. Just have him kill their scout. Yes. The AI is quite bad with the scout micro in terms of these sorts of things. I need gold, so let's start sending some bills to gold. Let's get another house, so we are not housed. Okay. Can do auto scout for a bit. You'll need a barracks, but one more will on gold. Also need more on wood and all that. That's fine for now. It's 3 on gold. That's fine for now. Let's get more on goods, I guess. It's tempting to go up later, but we should do it fairly early if we can. But like 22, 23 pop is what I aim for, I think. So 23 after this will. Let's go and make a barracks in front. Queue up the age up. Gonna get some of that. Take some of these vills, send them to make a new lumber camp. We only need barracks, but we'll have to make sure we have enough food. It should be alright. There are some deer here, or ostriches and zebra, yeah. Okay, this guy's gonna do a house and then finish the barracks. Doing chores, by the way, so I'm here but listening. Okay. No issues with that. Almost up to feudal. We all want double barracks. I think I mismatched goats a bit. It's alright. I think We need another gold miner. One more house. Where's our eagle? He's not scouting anymore. Let's... This is the main guild of the enemy, so let's bring him back. Let's queue up some eagles. We'll make a blacksmith. Grab the wood upgrade and the farm upgrade. Let's grab some people on the straggle trees. I was sending these guys to start hunting. I'm gonna do a mill. We'll grab infantry armor. Let's bring this guy to gold. Make sure we have queued up villagers at all times. Stragglers. Let's grab a farm. And another one. These. I think I'd like another barracks soon. But we don't have the wood for that right now. So after we get 3 eagles, you're gonna move out. Set up the rally point forward. We still have some units in the queue, so let's control group that. We'll need more food. Just grab farms. And let's make a couple of houses here. The enemy is probably gonna go for archers. Mosquito crucifixion split that map. Darwinia, yeah, it's what comes with Augustus. It's not a hard one, it's pretty simple from what it looked like. Let's hit his wood. He hasn't finished it yet. I think that's the new guy that's also with the Augustus team. It's a streamer. I'm not sure if he's any good though. There are a lot of Caesar 3 players, but very few of them are very good. And just keep fighting them. I think we should be fine. We have the armor. We need another barracks though. He streams to relax after work. That's a good excuse. I'd also like to say that so that people don't request mean things to be played. Oh well. We can't all have excuses, can't we? Can we? Who does not have work? It's alright, people can play relaxing in a relaxing way, that's fine. But excuses are funny. Let's get another lumber camp over here. Okay, lost the eagles. That's alright. At least we slowed him down. I think we killed a well or two. So that's good. He'll need more stuff. Let's get on the farm. Another well down. Do we have a bell? Yes. Could we? No. Let's get a house. We will need that. It's working out alright. Let's come back. Probably a good time for a wheelbarrow, actually. cats are up to no good. Let's grab some houses. What's the AI building? It's building a house wall. But such a large one, I never saw that from the AI before. It's kind of something that players would do, but not really. I mean, walling is meta. I'm not walling, so I would get punished heavily versus players, but it's not the point. I also need a market, I think. Just keep sending them in. He probably doesn't have the ability to really deal with all of my units. And we have armor, so it's worth it. And if we kill a single villager, let's get a market. A bunch of idols, so that's good. Let's get a bunch of eagles over here. I'll have to mass them. We'll go up to the next age and then make them eagle warriors and then flood his base. I don't think he's gonna be able to resist that. Let's grab Town Watch just in case. Let's grab the gold mining upgrade. You'll want another barracks. He's in Castle Age now. That's fine. We should be able to hold. What we might need is grab a couple of outposts. Castle Age. Should have clicked that sooner. Let's replace the lumber camp. So I have to keep waiting. It's alright. Yeah, getting hit by a crossbow. Let's bring back these guys. Deal with that. Let's get us some. The eagles will be able to deal with him fairly quick. Just neat. Maybe he's gonna run to the TC actually. Yeah, he did. Right. Bring these guys back. We have plenty of resources, so let's grab the upgrades. I'm gonna grab squires. That eagle warrior. Making units. Pile them in there. Be making a tower. Let's pile a little bit of stone. Gonna build a new TC on this. Send the eagles in. Keep flooding. He might have the wall complete at this point. Yeah, he's building a stone wall, but it's not done yet. We'll have some upgrades now, even more than we had before. Let's just kill his vills. Can't garrison them all, and we should be pretty resistant to arrow fire at this point. So let's just do that. It's worth it. Even if guys die, let's just focus on our economy for a bit. We'll need upgrades on our wood and food. But no heavy plow yet. We could go and focus on one of his TCs, but let's just run past. There are easier pickings. He's trying to make some man-at-arms, but that's not gonna work for him too well. And his entire economy is idle at this point. So he shouldn't really hold up too well, too much longer. Let's just focus on that TC. We should be able to take it down. Let's get a couple more guys in the gold. He does have more TCs, but again, this one will melt and then should be pretty resistant to any arrow fire, so we should be able to take everything down pretty quick. Let's get another barracks. So it was his starting TC going down. I think it's pretty clear that he will resign pretty soon, yes. There we go. So I'm not sure if the AI was building walls with buildings like this before, but it went like full greed. 3 TCs, only 2 archer engines, but it didn't really produce many things out of it. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I do remember the AI going heavy aggro before. Maybe they tweaked it a bit. Not campaign. I kind of like to try a water map with the AI, but I have a feeling it's not gonna do too well of a job. Could do Bohemians, Gunpowder Rush on Arena. It's pretty tough because the AI can defend against it pretty well. Where is Arena? Here. Berbers. One more belt. Right. So it's 6 bells on sheep. It's all our turkeys. Let's just leave on auto scout. Could lure deer. I don't really want to though. Guess you'll do it. Let's get an extra fill on food. Stay shoe. Deer is trolling me, it's alright. It's 3 on wood. This tree is kinda screwing up the pathing of the deer a bit. It's not great. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and grab the boar. Where is it? Oh yeah, there is the boar. Oh yeah, I missed a house. I'm gonna have to grab a loom, which is not preferable. On arena you don't really want loom. Because of the deer luring, I actually just butchered my freaking build order. So I don't usually lure deer. So just cannot handle it very well at all. Bunch of sheep still. 7 bills in that. I don't really have small trees mod, so that hurts me quite a bit. Start grabbing some gold. I'm sure there is another bar. Roll it forward. So let's try to get it. This is still fine. Where is our second bar? Here. There's a sheep, so let's keep a well on that. Let's take our scout back. And the AI on Arena can boom like crazy, so it's gonna be difficult. Okay, 28. That's what we want. Should be grabbing a barracks. Not more, but we have quite a few woodcutters. Let's bring the sheep back. We'll need a lot of resources to execute it. Also, this is gonna be a 1 TC YOLO push, so we are putting ourselves into a position where we have to do damage, and that's never like good. But I want to practice it since I know it can work, and just getting better at it would be something I would want to be able to execute it against players as well later. Let's get a blacksmith and an archery range. These guys make some farms. We'll need quite a few. No, we don't have a wheelbarrow or a horse collar yet. It's fine. Just hope we can get enough. Might grab an extra bill, because I don't really have a market, which is a mistake. I think I should have gone with market and a blacksmith. But extra bills are gonna pay off later because we will need them. So it's not as bad as it might look like. Make sure we have enough food. So we need to go to Castle Age as soon as possible. It's almost there. One more bill. We'll be able to do it. Send this bill to wood. The AI is in Castle Age. So as I said, very sloppy build order from me. Let's get another house. Grab horse collar and double bit axe. We'll need another archer range. Let's prepare that. Gonna be producing bills later, but he'll stay 1 TC. Let's make a university immediately. Let's grab the upgrades. Our challenges are prepared, but we'll need more. If we can support them, that is, which I'm not sure about just yet. Let's grab mining camp. Can I have a rally point over here? University done. Let's grab chemistry. Let's grab a wheelbarrow. You'll need a bunch of wood for replacing the farms, but we should be alright in that department. Let's grab another archer range. Chemistry is taking absolute ages. Start producing some head cannoneers. Should have all the gold upgrades. Now I'll need extra farmers, I think, to support all these ranges. For now we have enough. We could drop a monastery. Could be good to grab the archer armor upgrade. Do have surplus wood still, which is good. Let's get a monk. Archer armor. There's a DC there. There's a guy building a barracks. Let's just go after him. Scout. Come on. That's what I was afraid of. Let's grab that. We're still building a barracks. It's alright. Let's get this done soon. It's a siege workshop from the enemy. Let's try to stop it. Here's a monk. Kill it. Just try to stay here. Block that siege workshop. But we are not in a good position, we need to do damage. Otherwise we are gonna be in a rough spot. Let's get a bunch of houses. Probably walked into the TC there, yeah, a bit. Let's try to grab better archer armor again. Okay, siege workshop is down. Let's move with these guys. So goal is to make his villagers count for nothing, because he did spend his time booming while we were making the push with the military. So we are kind of in a position where we need to do some damage here. We'll see if we can do it. Let's grab some relics. He has some skirmishers, but they are really unupgraded, so not the biggest threat ever. Just keep slaughtering that. Is that a Mangonel? Yes. Just need to keep producing, and eventually we'll have enough to take on the TC, I think. Still have so much food. Just drop stuff. Here's another Mangonel. kill his bills. There would be need to grab a couple of monks. Just for healing, we do have quite a few wounded guys. Usually healing with monks is not really viable, but if you are on very limited economy as we are, it might actually be worth it. Let's grab an extra TC now. So how's the enemy doing? I think he still has quite a few villagers, more than we do, but ours are efficient while his are walking around a whole bunch. Trying to do this and that. That's pretty bad. We did kill it. I'll need more gold mainly, so let's try to get more. And yeah, more housing. Their monk is trying to bring in a relic. Let's kill him. I'd like more monks. Let's grab them a fervor as well. Got our guy that's collecting the relics. He is collecting the relics. Next up, he's gonna grab that. I think the mangonel is destroying me. Yeah, it's alright. Still should not be in a terrible position. They are trying to build an archery range down here, so okay. We might need a siege workshop actually this soon, so let's send a bill forward. Or we could do a castle. I think castle would be nice actually. That means so many villagers. Oh, let's try to start mining some stone with these new guys. So I'll have more monks to heal up. This TC doesn't really have more workers. Shoot it. Shoot it. So heal up with the monks. That's the idea. Let's grab some extra HP on them. He was trying to build a castle. I think he might have smashed that foundation actually. Well, let's grab a couple of mangonels at least. We'll need a couple more monks at least. Let's grab the hand cart. You'll want ballistics. Where's our blacksmith? Let's grab fletching. Still, the AI is defending quite well, but we still have our ball of units. Is he an imp? Yes. It's gonna be a problem. But what does imp really bring him? I don't think it brings him much, really. So what we'll need is a bunch of extra bills. Build a castle. Okay, the bills are here. You just need a little bit more stone. Let's build a castle over here. Secure that area for us. Okay, let's just push. Need some more gold, so let's do that. Let's grab this stone. We'll make some more archer ranges here so we don't have to walk as far. There's a castle here, that's dangerous, okay. I'll have to make some trebuchets. Let's just switch our ally point so we don't walk into that castle too much. There's a trap. Let's repair that. Let's drop a new one. Random question. How did you do with lunch when you worked? Did you bring lunch boxes from home? Sometimes I did, but usually I just grab something. It depends if I was on... depends on what kind of job I had though. If I was desk sergeant, I couldn't really leave work to grab anything. But if I was investigating, I could just take time off to have lunch somewhere. So it depends. There's also a place where they sell lunches just to servicemen, so we had our our own place for that a lot of the time. It depends a lot if you have time that day though. Sometimes there's just no time, so we just have to buy something when the time comes, so it might be late at night to grab something. We would just grab something from the convenience store, then just heat it. Just some sausages or something. The AI surrenders, okay. It's done, yeah. This sort of one-dimensional push with the hand cannoneers is quite tough to execute even against the AI, because the AI actually can boom quite well. So I think we can see that in the stats. Crit kill double, but it was because he went with multiple town centers. What's his society? Highest villager? He actually only had 86, because we are constantly killing his villagers off. He never actually had military, just few skirmishers and mangonels. But yeah, our economy was tiny compared to his. You can see the amount of wells. Most of the game was in his favor, heavily. I think something that was kind of cool was Nomad. And we could go endless militia rush or just a team game with the AIs. It's not terrible. I have to figure out what kind of civ I want. I think bowls are pretty good usually for nomad. What we could do with civs that are having bonuses to wood, like Malians or who else is good? I think it's Malians and Persians. But I don't really want to go with either. We could go with Persians and do knights, I guess. So let's make a team game. Random civilizations. I'm gonna set up the teams. Okay, extreme difficulty. You have Slavs, Teutons, and Mayans. Not terrible bonuses. Okay, I'll need to drop the TC as soon as possible. Just drop it here. There's a boar, there is some gold, there is some wood. That's all we don't need. Unfortunately, I'm quite far away and there is an enemy here. So that's gonna be bother. Found a goose. Might have to kill that enemy off soon. It's an ally. Did leave us a goose. You have to send one of these vessels to the coast. Set up a dock. There is just 1 tree. That's not very good. Alright. Yeah, let's keep them chopping wood. We are Persians, so we should be able to do it. Let's grab this goose. Oh yeah, I'll need a house as well. Coast. I need to find some shorefish though. There's some shorefish. So let's build that, and he's gonna make a house and then he's gonna fish. I'll need to make a lumber camp, I think, soon. Let's grab 1 fishing ship. Then you'll have to chop some wood. It's gonna be like 1 batch from these guys, and then we can make the lumber camp. Love the research room. There's no way around that. Should have set my TC nearby a wood line. It looked deceiving because there was that 1 tree. It looked like a wood line, but it was not. Let's make some extra bells. Let's get a bill on that. At least we did have 4 geese. It's not a guarantee. Let's get another fishing ship, but he'll need a house soon. Might be an issue. Let's make a house. There we go. You're housed a bit. Wanted to avoid that, but scrapped him. Oh, there was a boar. I think he stole it. Yeah, the AI stole my boar. That's really bad. There are some deer, so you can just hunt those instead. I'll send them to explore a bit. Need to figure out if there is other food close by. There are some more deer. There's another wood line which we will need to make a new wood line soon, I think. I want a fast castle off of this. So I also need some gold, which we do have it here. It's pretty good. Let's make a wall here. This guy's gonna make a house. Let's take a bunch of these wells and make a new lumber camp. And to start farming, probably. Okay, we fished that out. Let's explore more of the shore. There's a boar and some deer. It's kind of far though. It's far from perfect. There are some berries here. This might be worth it. Could just go ham on fish. We also could make a duck here. Okay, it's a wall. Let's explore a bit. Let's make a wall there. Bring these guys here. We are making a house, I think. It's taking a while. Let's make a couple more to be safe for the future. And yeah, there is an enemy villager. He doesn't want me building here. It means that he does have a DC fairly nearby, because they only do that when you live close, I think. Let's advance. Gonna have to set up a mining camp. Let's get an extra bill on that. He probably owns that deer. That's why he's doing that. We'll need a barracks, so let's build a barracks. Might have to go with some knights in the castle age. Let's take a bunch of these guys. Build a mining camp on stone. Let's take this one. Let's grab a couple of outposts. And okay, there's a mining camp from that guy. So that means we'll have to deal with him fairly soon. So stable, maybe even some scouts. Just punish that. I think we might be surrounded by the AI enemies though. It might give our allies time to get good, but I don't like being ganked on, and sometimes Nomad works like that, where you could be just surrounded by all the enemies and then all your allies have free boom basically, and it's a random chance where you set up. So it could happen to you or it could happen to one of your allies, you never really know. Alright, let's take some of these. Let's grab a stable, let's grab a blacksmith. We also want a market, because we want the line of sight from our allies. Let's grab the wood upgrade and the farm upgrade. Okay, definitely a danger from here eventually. It's gonna be built soon. Just need some bit of extra food. And yeah, I think that's another enemy player. Yes. So we are just surrounded. This is not gonna go too well for us, I don't think. Let's build a mill. Might have to build some castles to survive. Let's grab some extra villagers on stone. Build a new lumber camp. Let's grab some scouts. One for starters. Let's get the scouts armor. Guess we could start with the attack, but I think armor might be better. Let's make a new stable. Yeah, Grey is definitely here. And our allies are over here and they are having a free boom. We've researched the cavalry armor, so that's pretty good. So you're definitely struggling with food income now. We lost that guy, that's alright. Research bloodlines. And let's start popping some knights. Let's grab a couple of extra farms. Where's our cavalry? Yeah, we are still harassing. Excuse me. We are still harassing purple. Go and kill these wells. And the AI is gonna keep pestering us to send them resources, but that's not gonna happen. Just scout this place. Don't forget to produce wells. I'm gonna go ahead and deposit. Okay, there is an archer. I'm gonna have to drop a castle here just to secure this place. As I mentioned, we need to do that. Otherwise we are in big trouble. Let's keep pumping out knights. We'll have to research fletching as well. Sell some wood. Buy some food. Where are the ships? I think they are just all fishing from shore fish. It's mismanaged heavily, so I'll just move and scout for better fish. He's producing some spearmen. That should be fine. Let's grab the old barrel. Have to make a new TC. I think purple is not gonna have a good time, but taking out one player is actually not enough from the AI, since you just cannot rely on the allies to do a very good job. Oh yeah, that is actually... This guy is not having a good time. He's still in feudal age. And Green is gonna kill him, probably. So we should be in a good position if I can hold. But that's questionable. I need to pump out more knights. Can do another TC. Just kind of enclosing ourselves in this area, but there's very little else we could do. Let's try to hunt some of that deer. As long as we can keep delaying purple by killing his vills, we are in a good spot. And he's trapped in there. It's pretty good. Make sure no one escapes. Now, some mining upgrades wouldn't be terrible. Excuse me, I have to... There's some sniffles again. Fortunately it's winter, so I just have that all the time. Right. Let's bring the knights back. We could actually send like 6 knights to Orange's eco, and that would basically seal his fate. I think that's nice. So let's produce a couple more knights to be safe. Take a bunch of these guys. Be mining this stone. We should focus a bit on our economy. He's bringing some lumberjacks back. Let's try to send the knights there. So if we could, it would be great to just defeat him entirely. Put that AI out of the equation so that our team can pull through. And we are surrounded, so if the AIs from the enemy are just booming, they will be able to outscale us, especially Grey. I think Grey might be an issue. For now we are doing okay. Let's keep pushing bills. Have a plow. The wood upgrade will also be pretty good. think we put purple behind a lot by killing all his vills all the time. Now orange is gonna die. Or he's gonna die soon, rather. Right, we could make another castle. Let's make another castle over here. I would like to secure that stone. Oh, he's pushing in with some pikemen. Right. Let's get a Botkin arrow. Unlike university, getting ballistics might be very important. They're fishing, freaking shore fishing. It's just micro. Where do we have our knights? Here? Yeah, I guess purple is not gonna have a good time. Let's send them to his vills here. He did over forage there. Let's get some extra knights. Let's make, yeah, just this castle. Have I asked you about Anno 1440 or Roller Coaster Tycoon? Anno series, first time I played Anno, it was the old one. I think that's 1604 or something. As a kid, I don't remember that game too well though. So I just remember some of the mechanics, and I remember I wasn't very good at it. It was a pretty difficult game to play. But saying that, I think the 1404, Anno games in general, just their concept of just the evolutions are really weird to me, where you have to just go to the different islands to get all the different resources and micro the trade routes. And of course the AI cheats like crazy, so not much fun in that. Even on regular difficulty they just couldn't really handle the system, so they just bypass it. And apart from that, I mean, yeah, it's a historical game, but there is very little. The story in the campaign is beyond cringe in terms of what kind of political messaging is in there, so I have no interest in that. And other stuff of Roller Coaster Tycoon, there is the new version which allows you to have a lot of guests in the park, which might be kind of cool to see, but as a core game I think it's not as fun as you might think, or at least for me it's not as fun. I just I'm gonna always build the efficient park by the entrance, never gonna differentiate anything. Use most of my money to just make every map flat and then just play from there. So for streaming content it probably wouldn't be too enjoyable to watch that. Hey Morris, welcome. Amazing. I beg to differ. And I think for a good reason. You don't see many people actually stream that. Just isn't much fun. Maybe as some sort of challenge for some people, but for me it holds no interest. Okay, he has some rams there. Cat rams. Let's grab an upgrade. How are you doing? Simple amazing. What is simple amazing? That you suggest yet more games that I don't like? It's pretty simple. I don't like a lot of games. But these two, especially, I don't feel like making them. They're just not stream worthy. For me personally, I just don't feel like it would be entertaining to watch or play. That kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? You're almost imp. We don't have any gold here though. Oh, there is gold. Alright. Let's grab that. But you did like Teleglitch. That's what I said today, actually. We already talked about that. Which hours of you just reviewing games one by one? Savagely roasting games. That's what I mentioned with, it's like, Gordon Ramsay just shits on everything that's not his own or, brand, or whatever. Roasting them like that castle, yeah. It was my castle, though. But yeah, sometimes you just have to take some sacrifices. I might have to research light cavalry. Because as I said, the other AIs have been booming while I've been having to fight purple